Good evening. I'm Chris King, the Dean of Analytics and one of the expert handicappers here at Winners and Whiners. I'm here with my free pick of the day for Saturday, August 6th, 2022. Our last free pick video, which of course came Thursday night for Friday's games, told you to back the Tigers with Corey Kluber against the Rays with Corey Kluber against the Tigers in the Motor City. Wasn't the easiest thing to do as the Rays trailed 3-0 early, but chipped back to get within 3-2 going to the eighth. Tampa Bay then scored 3 runs in the eighth inning to win the game 5-3, making that free pick video a winner. On the premium side, we told you to take Dylan Cease and the White Sox as they went on the road down to the Lone Star State to face Glenn Otto and the Rangers. In a similar situation, it was a low-scoring game. Cease gave up a run in the first, but then settled down, gave up just 1 run on 2 hits, walking 3 and striking out 5 over 6 innings. Eloy Jimenez with a solo homer in the fourth inning to break a 1-1 tie and send the White Sox on to a 2-1 victory. Cease winning his 5th straight decision. He's now 12-4 on the year. That extended our win streak in the premiums best bet of the day to 3 straight and 14 of our last 20. So, can't go wrong with that, really. I'm not going to complain about hitting 70%. I'm sure there's people out there that would, but there's people out there that complain the video's too long. So, you take what you can get in this business. As always, make sure you like, subscribe, and ring the bell on YouTube. Chime in with your comments about your thoughts on today's pick, some of the other games on the slate, and let me know what you might be betting on for Saturday. Today we're going to look at a battle between AL West teams up in the Pacific Northwest. The Los Angeles Angels are on the road as they play the first game of a doubleheader with the Seattle Mariners at T-Mobile Park Saturday afternoon. First pitch for that game scheduled for 4:10 p.m. Eastern Time. At the time of this video recording, it's about 1:15 a.m. Eastern Time. The Angels were leading the Mariners 1-0 in the eighth in a matchup that featured Patrick Sandoval going as Robbie Ray. I'm surprised Sandoval pitched as well as he did, to be honest. I figured he'd get roughed up. But that's why they play the games, and you don't just go what's on paper. With that said, we're looking at a pitching matchup. What's the matchup? Well, if you're the Angels, you don't have a friggin' clue. It was originally going to be Touki Toussaint. He was going to start the opener, but then he ended up having to throw 85 pitches in Thursday's game against Oakland. So that pretty much knocked him out of the mix. The expectation is that Chase Silseth will be called back up from AAA to get the start in this one. It'll be his 8th start of the season. He hasn't been good at the major league level, 1-3 with a 659 earned run average, a 157 whip, 12 walks, 24 strikeouts over 28 and 2/3 innings. Didn't factor in the decision in his last start, which came last Saturday at home against the Rangers. In that one, he threw 4 innings, gave up 5 runs on 5 hits with 4 walks and 5 strikeouts. In a game the Angels improbably came back to win 9-7. In his last 3 starts in the majors, Silseth 0-1, an 876 earned run average, a 1.703 whip, 5 walks, and 13 strikeouts over 12 1/3 innings. This will be his first career start against the Mariners, and it'll be his first appearance at T-Mobile Park, besides, just sitting in the dugout and watching everybody else pitch. Meanwhile, Seattle is expected to go with a rookie themselves, as George Kirby is slated to make his 15th start of the year. He's 2-3 with a 356 earned run average, a 1.186 whip, 11 walks, and 73 strikeouts over 73 1/3 innings on the year. Kirby pitched well. Well, he pitched well enough. Didn't factor in the decision in his last start, which was Sunday on the road against Houston at Minute Maid Park. Through 4 innings, gave up 2 runs on 3 hits with a walk and 7 strikeouts. Gave up 2 in the first, settled down after that, but his pitch count was elevated by striking out 7. The Mariners went on to lose that game 3-2 in 10 innings. In his last 3 starts, Kirby no record at all, 0-0, 2.70 ERA, a 1.35 whip, 3 walks, 15 Ks over 13 1/3. Kirby did take the loss in his lone career start against the Angels back on June 16th at T-Mobile Park. He threw 6 innings and gave up 2 runs on 6 hits with a walk and 6 strikeouts in a 4-1 Seattle loss. Pitching at T-Mobile Park, Kirby's still looking for his first win there. He's 0-2 with a 4.04 earned run average, a 1.276 whip, 6 walks, and 45 strikeouts over 42 and a third and 8 career starts in the Emerald City. When you look at the way this breaks down, no matter how you look at it, if the Angels are going to throw Silseth, or if they're going to try to throw Toussaint and have a bullpen day, if they're going to throw Jesse Chavez, if they're going to get Mike Witt or Mark Langston out of retirement, maybe Frank Tanana's available. I guess Nolan Ryan still can throw, but let's face it, it doesn't really matter when you're talking about the Angels. This is a team that has had all kinds of issues in their rotation. They dealt Syndergaard at the trade deadline. The other guys haven't been good, much less great, outside of Ohtani. They traded Raisel Iglesias at the deadline as well, so the bullpen's thinned out a little bit. In the nightcap, it's supposed to be Reed Detmers and Chris Flexen. So when you break it down, I don't have a ton of faith in the Angels pitching, especially having to pitch a doubleheader here with their thinned out rotation and their thinned out bullpen. Kirby's going to have his innings limited down the stretch of the regular season. He hasn't thrown more than 90 and a third innings since he went to college. That came with Elon back, I believe, in 2018 was when he hit that threshold. That's why the Mariners went out and got Luis Castillo, because, they can move Kirby into that 5th, 6th starter guy where, you don't have to chew him up and use him for a bunch of innings. But, he pitched well against the Angels in his only start against them. The Mariners have home field, and they have a better lineup even without Julio Rodriguez. I mean, you look at the Angels, Mike Trout's hurt. Rendon hasn't played in an eternity. They traded Marsh. So it's basically Ohtani, Taylor Ward, and I will give Luis Rengifo credit. He's turned it on over the last month or so, but he's still a punch and Judy hitter. There's not a ton of pop in that lineup outside of, I guess you can count Adele if he's actually going to make contact. But let's face it, the Mariners are the better team. They're still in the wild card race. They still hold a wild card spot going into Saturday, while the Angels fell off a cliff back in May and never got up. So based on that, with shaky pitching and a banged up lineup, you got to give the upper hand to the Mariners. My pick for Saturday, as of 1:15, there is no line available, but I would probably take Seattle all the way up to minus 180, 185, maybe even a little higher based on once they determine who the Angels are going to throw. Don't have a ton of faith in Los Angeles, let's be honest. And neither should you. Meanwhile, make sure you always shop lines at your available sports books, because there's going to be fluctuations between books. Always shop around for the best line that you can get to. On the premium side, my best bet tonight is going to be a matchup between National League East foes in the city of brotherly love, as Patrick Corbin and the Nationals take on Ranger Suarez and the Phillies at Citizens Bank Park. The Phillies won a rain-shortened game 5-4 on Thursday night, then broke out the bats on Friday, battering Josiah Gray and company to the tune of 5 homers in a 7-2 Phillies win. That pick for that game for me from the Phillies and Nationals, along with those of other experts like Scott Steen, David Delano, Sean Miller, Arthur Reyes, and the rest of the gang, are available on our website for $49.99. But since you watched the video today, I've got a special link. You just punch in the promo code Bravo Romeo 8 Hotel Papa 9 Romeo. That's BR8 HP 9R, and you'll save 50%. Of course, thanks for tuning in. We'll be back on Saturday night, Sunday morning, depending on where it is and where you are in the world, with another free pick video for you. If you hit the subscribe button, you'll never have to go looking for the next video because you'll get notified as soon as it becomes available, which is usually 5 or 6 a.m. Eastern Time. Um, Good luck. Hopefully all your bets cash. I know we had a pretty good day today. I had a couple of 4-teamers go through, a couple 2-teamers. So can't complain too much on that front either. We're going to look for winners in the video. We're going to look for winners on the premium side. We're just going to look for it to rain winners. Speaking of winners, for winnersandwhiners.com, I'm Chris King. We'll see you next time.